Today marks 45 years since that disaster that put Central PA on the national stage, the partial meltdown of 3 Mile Island. We went back through our CBS 21 archives to take you back to that day and all the tense moments that followed.
Based on the experts, all I can repeat is that it's probably the most serious incident involving nuclear power generation in the history of the industry in this country.
The initial problem happened due to a feed water problem in the secondary plant. This caused the reactor to trip on high pressure.
There was a small release of radiation to the environment.
Radiation monitoring teams have been dispatched on-site and off-site.
Every dose of radiation is an overdose.
We are presently bringing the plant down to an orderly cold shutdown condition.
Here at Redland High School, evacuation procedures began. This high school is located within the 5-mile area radius.
There was an increased demand for gasoline because many people were leaving the area. And because of that increased demand, some gas stations found themselves dry.
We're scared of what's going to happen. We're going to get out of here for a while till we find out that it's safe to come back.
From day one, the cleanup has been marked by a controversy over how fast to proceed.
Everything possible is being done and will be done to cope with these problems.
Something look familiar there to you? Yeah, it was a long time ago, but certainly sticks right in your memory. We wanted to know what you were thinking of when we mentioned the 3 Mile Island disaster all those years ago. Here's what some of you were saying on Facebook. Betty, an interesting story right here. I was working for the answering service that took care of the after-hours calls, and the Department of Energy, the White House Counsel, a couple of others. The phone just rang constantly, relaying messages for a couple of hours. This was long before cell phones. This was all landlines. Linda says, sitting in 6th grade, the teachers all whispering and then closing the windows. Wow. And then you get to Karen over here. Harrisburg and the other side of the river were evacuated, some by school buses. My trip from Lancaster to Lewistown was scary. I was the only car on the road. Can you imagine that? No lights on in the houses. And then you have another Karen here saying, I lived downriver in Wrightsville at the time. We had our camper packed to bail, but never actually did. It was scary, confusing. Here I am to talk about it. So a lot of folks thinking about those things today, 45 years after 3 Mile Island.